Hey everybody, welcome to Uncle Brennan's Friday Night Steak Night. Tonight I'm actually not going to be fixing a steak. It's been a busy week, had a lot of things going on, had an Ancient Order of Hibernians meeting this evening. It's about 9:30, not really in the mood for a steak, but what I am going to do is I'm going to fix a really hearty beef and vegetable soup. And this is going to be for the Notre Dame Club of Cincinnati. We go down and feed a meal to the residents of the Jimmy Heath House once a month. The Jimmy Heath House is part of the Over the Rhine community housing. And what they do at the Jimmy Heath House is try to provide housing to some of Cincinnati's most chronically homeless individuals. These are people that have been out on the streets, for 5, 10, in some cases 15 years. They provide them somewhere to live with their own little apartment. At the same time, they try to provide some services to them. If they have some health issues, mental health issues, and even substance abuse. This is a housing first initiative. So it's, hey, we're not going to put any conditions on you living here. We want to get you off the street, somewhere safe, somewhere warm, and then we're going to start working on your problems. So like I said, this is something we've been doing for about 2 years now. It's always probably the highlight of my month. So this week we've got a bunch of different soups we're making. And it just happened there was one spot left open tonight, so I figured I'd fill it in. So enjoy. We're going to make some of my world famous vegetable soup. And by world famous, I think I'm the only person that's ever really had it. So hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, so first things first, we got some chopping going on. I'm going to start off with some beautiful red onion. Cool those tops. Alright, so I'm going to take that red onion, and I actually like to saute that a little bit. I got a hot, big old pan here, a little olive oil. I'm going to throw those onions in there. And off we go. We'll let those cook down for a while. While those are doing that, we'll go back and start chopping up some more stuff. Alright, up next we got some vine-ripe tomatoes. I'm just going to take the cores out. Alright, so up next I have 2 peeled sweet potatoes. And I also got my slap and chop here. So this makes stuff pretty darn easy. Sweet potatoes. Then up next, I use the slap and chop again. Just throw, baby carrots on there. Just doing the same thing. Carrots. Alright folks, I think I'm about to show you guys something a lot of you have never seen before. This, my friends, is canned beef. Now, this is the very generic label, just, fully cooked beef. It's like, the white label that says beer on it. What this is specially canned for O'Connor Farms. We took one of our cows up to Keystone Meat Packers in Lima. And you can actually find Keystone canned beef but what this is like cooked down beef. It's in a stock. And I'm going to tell you what, you're going to look at this and you're going to say, Uncle Brendan, that is not the most appealing looking concoction I've ever seen in my life. Well, that's okay. Because it tastes wonderful. This is great for making, you know, like beef sandwiches and other things. I use it, our family, we use it for chili and soups. I mean, this is the easiest way in the world to make a soup. So pop the lid off. All right, and then what you're gonna see here, there's some nice beef stock. There's a huge piece of fat in here. Okay, right there. I'm just gonna take that and throw that away. But what's nice is when they cool it, it all sits up on the top. So I take the big chunks of fat away. All right. And then the rest of this is just beef. I am going to kind of feel through here for any kind of gelatinous pieces of fat. Here's a nice big piece of fat right here. Now I'm going to pull that out. You know, do a little quality control with my hands here. It's cooking, you're going to get dirty. So I'm going to add 2 of these cans. Notice I'm doing this over a sieve because whatever juices came out of this, you better believe that's going into the soup too. So here we go. I'll work my way through this here. All right, there's the first can. I'll do this again to the second can. Here's another piece of fat I'm taking out. And then this will get mixed into the soup. All right. All right, so here we are back at the Dutch oven. Got our onions have cooked down a bit. All right, so now I'm going to add all that beef and broth. That's going to start warming up. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit here. You know, we were just simmering. Then on top of that, here's all our carrots, onions, tomatoes, and sweet potatoes. And you know what? There's one thing I forgot to add or forgot to chop, so it'll magically appear in there. And that was some celery. And then I like to add, you know, some frozen peas and some frozen green beans. I just didn't feel like chopping those up tonight. All right. And then you're like, Uncle Brendan, that's no soup. Well, it's easy. You just add some beef broth to that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the start of your soup. All right, so now we're going to do some seasoning. And my buddy Mark introduced me to Patty seasoning. He loves using this on pork. But I've used it on steaks and chicken so far. It's wonderful. And I actually accidentally used it last year in some soup. And it was the best vegetable soup I ever made. So this stuff has salt, black pepper, sugar, some paprika, turmeric, garlic, onion, little more paprika, and natural flavors. You know, when you look at the label, there's a little everything. So this is what I'm going to do to start my seasoning. And then I may come back later with pepper. So here we go. We'll stir that in, let her simmer, and give her a taste. Here's our soup. It's been simmering for about 10 minutes. It's still, you know, throwing that frozen stuff in there, still trying to come up to temperature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a good portion of this and put it in a crock pot. And I'm going to put that on low and let it cook all night. So then in the morning, I'll have a beautiful, simmered, Hopefully a lot of the vegetables are soft and really tender. But I'm not going to get that sitting here over the next like 5 minutes. So that's it for tonight. I'll try to get an update in the morning. All right. All right. This bad boy's been cooking for about 8 hours on low. You look at that. Oh, the smell is just wonderful. Stir that up a little. Now I'm going to want to taste the broth and just kind of see if I need to tweak the seasoning. Oh, that's good. That is good. I don't think I need to change anything. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have. There's Uncle Brennan's soup. And take this down to the Jimmy Heath house today. See how the fellows like it.